Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to Company Showcase, Larry.
Glad to be here, Jim.
Larry, you had two news releases this past week. What was in them?
Well, two excellent news releases. And the first one was an MOU that we have done with Italovolt, and they are building a big Gigafactory in Italy. And so we feel that this was a very timely time to get engaged with them. And I think the size of that is 45 gigawatts. That's a big battery, and they're going to move up to about 74 gigawatts. So they'll be the largest in Europe, according to them. They're designing the factory now. We will be contributing to adding our recycling plant onto that design. So it's all looking very good. So you wouldn't know it from the reception we got in the market. I think we only moved up about 12 cents that day and down ever since. And yesterday we put out a press release about the Korean patent that we applied for, and we've got the notice of allowance from the Korean Intellectual Property Office. So that's a big feather in our cap. And I'd just like to point out that after we get the other patents in places like Japan, China, Australia, those types of jurisdictions, we will have about 14 patents. And that's a lot to be said for a small company like American Manganese. And most of those patents will be, 8 of them will be in the recycling area. So that is excellent news. You'd think that the stock would have gone up, but when you've got paper created out of thin air and sold into the market, it makes it tough to do so, and it makes it twice as tough when you've got uncertainty in the market, and we certainly have that. But we couldn't be happier. One thing I'm not worried about is that we're going to end our days in a black hole. The truth of the matter is that we have an advanced process for recycling batteries. It's being recognized all over the world, and I expect to see more MOUs and maybe even a joint venture sometime in the future here. I mean, we're working on it, and I can't say when or even state for surety that it's going to happen, because it depends on markets as well as our ability to deliver. So, but it's a great time around here. I mean, we can't complain about anything, Jim. Since mid-January, we've moved up considerably, made profits for people that in the 1,000 to 1,200% range, and those that took down private placements at 20 cents and 25 cents back over the last 2-3 years are making double that when they cash in their warrant. They're up at least 2,000% at a certain period in time, and certainly no less than 1,500%. So I don't think our shareholders are complaining at all. As a matter of fact, we get a lot of slaps on the back over that. The only time we get ignorant responses is from creditors. And, they don't like me doing podcasts, number one. They don't like the releases. They call them, I can't even remember the name. It was so unattached to what the release was all about. But we try to do a press release a week if we can. We certainly do podcasts a week. We do interviews all over the place. We get another 30 or 40 interviews with other groups, and so we keep ourselves prominent in the eyes of the investors. And I think I got to congratulate the shareholders for sticking with it. Those that bought the stock, some of them certainly have made a lot of money with me in the past. And, I've had quite a few winners actually that were up in the 1,000 to 2,000% range over the last 4 decades, so it's not like this is my first rodeo. And but I'm certainly you certainly have to adapt to the type of investor that you have today. It's not the same as it used to be. We used to do massive mail-outs and all kinds of things to keep the attention on the company. But now it's all social media, and we're still getting a lot of social media, pumps, whatever you want to call them. Certainly information on the company and supporting the company. But right now, the reaction seems to be a little bit small, but this is the time that you start looking at picking a spot to buy stock. I mean, if anything else has happened, certainly the company has advanced almost to full maturity, so we can, you can feel comfortable owning the AMI shares. Now, I would just like to, there's not much more I can say beyond that. Everything else is working away. We should start reporting news on other projects next week sometime. So that will be, people will be looking forward to that. And I did mention that we put the spin out on hold. It looks like because of regulations, the rewards in the spin out are very slim. So we're going to investigate that. We think that now with the coming gold market and copper market and everything else, along with our recycling and the manganese work we're doing for the Department of Defense, there's going to be enough good news to that you'll benefit more from the mining assets by leaving them in AMI than you will spinning them out, because there's just not a big shareholding out there for the people that end up with the stock in the new company, in the new spin out. So, I look at it and I think, holy God, you could almost buy the shares that you want in another company for pocket money that you're going to get out of the spin out. So I think spin outs are going to die out. There's no incentive to do them, no incentive to management, no incentive to the shareholders, and the extra expense of creating another company and then maintaining another company doesn't warrant going ahead with the spin out at this time. That's only my opinion, but we'll make the final decision here in the coming weeks, so stay tuned to that. And I'm sorry to say that is one of my ideas. It looked good when we were down at 20 cents, but now we're up at over $1.50. It's not looking like it's a wise decision. So, and for the reasons I've already stated. Anyway, Jim, I wish you a great weekend, and I wish our shareholders a great weekend. I wish that we could have said that we'd gone up 20% or 30% on the fantastic news we had this week, but we didn't. And if there's reasons for that, I don't have to repeat myself for that. So that's my podcast for the day.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what's the company all about?
American Manganese is a critical metals company that really started seeking its future in the world by getting manganese projects in North America. We finally settled on one of the biggest deposits in the U.S., but very low grade. And the attraction there was the U.S. Bureau of Mines that worked on it for since 60 years, and so that was 1920s, First World War, and they could never economically develop a process that was working, but they did enough background work, saved us a lot of work, and we moved it on to where we were able to produce electrolytic manganese metal at comparative price costs to China. But the price of the manganese had dropped. The metal had dropped significantly, and it would have taken 12 or 13 years to pay back, so we shut the project down, and we were kind of dormant for the next 4 to 5 years. And then in 2016, we did a proof of concept for actually recycling batteries, and that was a screaming success, and here we are today, almost with the total solution in hand and money in the bank and able to move forward.
How can people get a hold of the company, and where are you traded?
You can get a hold of the company. You can go to our website, AmericanManganeseInc.com. We're traded on the Canadian Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. We're traded on the QB board in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF. And we're traded in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. You can get more information by phoning the office directly at 778-574-4444, or you can email me at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
You're welcome.
I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on March 26th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.